Have you ever reached into your pocket, opened an old coin jar, or received change from a store without giving it a second thought? What if one ordinary-looking quarter was secretly worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? It sounds unbelievable, but this is exactly why coin collecting has become one of the most exciting hobbies in the world. Today, we're taking a close look at the fascinating 1995D Washington quarter. At first glance, it appears to be just another everyday coin that millions of Americans use for shopping, vending machines, and parking meters. But hidden among the billions of normal examples are rare varieties, high-grade condition rarities, and error coins that have amazed collectors for years. Some people have unknowingly spent these valuable coins, while others have discovered them in pocket change and sold them for impressive amounts. So before you ignore the next quarter you find, stay with me until the end, because the coin in your hand could be more interesting and more valuable than you ever imagined. 1995D Washington quarter. The 1995D Washington quarter was produced at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the small D mint mark located on the obverse, just to the right of George Washington's ponytail. This quarter is part of the long-running Washington Quarter series that began in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of America's first president, George Washington. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the obverse features the famous portrait of Washington, while the reverse displays a majestic eagle with its wings spread wide, perched above a bundle of arrows and framed by olive branches. This classic design remained in circulation for decades before the introduction of the 50-state quarters in 1999. The 1995D quarter is composed of a copper core sandwiched between outer layers of copper nickel clad. It weighs approximately 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, and has a reeded edge with 119 reeds. Although these specifications are standard for modern Washington quarters, collectors carefully examine every detail because even the smallest difference can transform an ordinary coin into a valuable collectible. One reason the 1995D Washington quarter is so common is its enormous mintage. The Denver Mint struck more than 1.1 billion quarters that year, making it one of the most widely produced quarters of the 1990s. Because of this huge production, circulated examples are usually worth only their face value of 25 cents. However, this doesn't mean every 1995D quarter is ordinary. In fact, condition is one of the biggest factors affecting value. Collectors use a grading system ranging from poor to mint state. A coin that has spent years in circulation will usually show scratches, worn details, and dull surfaces. On the other hand, an uncirculated coin that has never been used in commerce can retain its original mint luster, sharp details, and attractive eye appeal. High-grade examples, especially those graded MS67 or better by professional grading companies, are surprisingly scarce despite the enormous mintage. Finding a 1995D Washington quarter in exceptional condition is much more difficult than many people realize. Since these coins were produced for everyday circulation, most acquired small marks and scratches as they were transported in large bags from the mint to banks. Even coins that were never spent often developed tiny contact marks from hitting other coins. As a result, flawless examples are incredibly challenging to locate. Professional grading services examine every aspect of a coin, including its strike quality, surface preservation, luster, and eye appeal. Coins receiving grades such as MS67 or MS68 can command significant premiums because so few examples survive in such remarkable condition. Some collectors spend years searching for the perfect specimen to complete their registry sets. Another factor that excites collectors is the possibility of mint errors. During the minting process, millions of coins pass through high-speed presses every day. Occasionally, something goes wrong, creating unusual coins that are highly sought after. One popular error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank is not perfectly aligned before being struck by the dies. Depending on how far off-center the design appears, these coins can become very desirable. If the date remains visible while a significant portion of the design is missing, collectors often pay substantial premiums. Another fascinating error is the broad strike. In this case, the retaining collar that normally holds the coin in place fails to function properly. The result is a coin that appears wider than normal with missing or distorted edge reeds. Broad strike quarters are unusual and easily recognized. Collectors also search for clipped plant case. These occur when the blanking machine cuts a coin from the metal strip too close to another blank, leaving a curved section missing from the finished coin. Genuine clipped planchet errors display distinctive characteristics that help experts verify their authenticity. Double strikes are another exciting possibility. If a coin is struck more than once without being properly ejected from the press, overlapping images can appear. Some double-struck quarters display dramatic designs that instantly attract collector attention. Die cracks and die chips are also worth watching for. Over time, minting dies develop stress fractures due to constant use under tremendous pressure. These cracks can leave raised lines across the coin surface, while broken pieces of the die may create raised blobs of metal. Although many are minor, larger examples can become collectible. Grease-filled dies create another interesting variety. When grease accumulates inside recessed portions of the die, certain letters, numbers, or design elements may appear weak or completely missing. These are known as struck-through grease errors and can range from subtle to dramatic. Some collectors specifically hunt for coins with dramatic die deterioration. As dies wear out, design details become softer, lettering may appear thicker, and overall sharpness decreases. While not every worn die coin is valuable, unusually dramatic examples often find eager buyers. The strike quality of the 1995D quarter also varies. Some coins show exceptionally sharp details in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, while others appear softer due to worn dies or lower striking pressure. Strong strikes with beautiful luster are always more desirable among advanced collectors. Color and eye appeal play an important role as well. Although clad quarters do not tone as dramatically as silver coins, some develop beautiful golden, blue, violet, or rainbow colors through natural oxidation over many years. Attractive natural toning can increase collector demand, especially when paired with high grades. Proof versions of the 1995 Washington quarter were produced only at the San Francisco Mint and carry an S mint mark. These proof coins were specially made for collectors using polished dies and carefully prepared plant case. They should not be confused with the Denver circulation strike. However, some inexperienced collectors mistakenly believe any shiny quarter is a proof. Learning the differences can prevent costly mistakes. Counterfeit error coins also exist in today's marketplace. Unscrupulous individuals sometimes alter ordinary quarters to imitate valuable mint errors. This is why serious collectors often rely on professional authentication services before spending significant amounts of money. Certified coins provide greater confidence for both buyers and sellers. Storage is another important consideration. Even a beautiful uncirculated coin can lose value if stored improperly. Collectors typically use acid-free holders, protective capsules, or certified slabs to preserve their coins from scratches, fingerprints, moisture, and environmental damage. Simply touching a coin with bare fingers can leave oils that affect its long-term appearance. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting the 1995D Washington quarter is the thrill of the hunt. Millions remain in circulation, hidden inside old collections, forgotten piggy banks, bank rolls, estate sales, and inherited coin jars. Every time someone searches through a roll of quarters, there is a chance of discovering an exceptional example or rare mint error. Auction records have shown that ordinary circulated coins rarely sell for more than face value, while certified high-grade examples and spectacular mint errors can bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity, condition, and collector demand. These remarkable sales remind collectors that condition can be just as important as rarity. For beginners, the best approach is to inspect every quarter carefully under good lighting. A magnifying glass or a digital microscope can reveal tiny details that are impossible to see with the naked eye. Check the mint mark, examine the lettering, inspect the edge, and look closely for doubling, cracks, clips, off-center strikes, or other unusual features. Patience and knowledge are often rewarded. The 1995D Washington quarter proves that even one of America's most common modern coins can become a fascinating collectible. While most examples will always be worth only 25 cents, the rare combination of exceptional preservation, striking mint errors, and collector demand has transformed certain pieces into prized treasures. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story begins in an ordinary cash register before ending in a prestigious collection or major auction. So the next time you receive change, don't rush to spend every quarter without taking a closer look. That small coin could be hiding a rare error, an extraordinary grade, or a feature that collectors have been searching for over many years. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and the next great discovery could already be waiting in your pocket. If you enjoyed learning about the incredible 1995D Washington quarter, don't forget to keep searching, keep learning, and remember, on hardest penny, even the most ordinary coin can turn out to be an extraordinary treasure.